Today I wanted to talk to you guys about marketing in a nutshell and the psychology, the fundamentals, the eternal principles of marketing that really go into growing your business. And this is where we're going to start to help you start generating more leads, more revenues, and more sales. Now, I want to talk to you about the marketing hourglass. I can't take credit for this graphic. It belongs to a man named John Jantz, who owns Duct Tape Marketing. And effectively, what he ended up realizing was that everybody goes through the same buying patterns when it comes to content work and creation. So everybody goes through the same process of know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer. They have to know who you are. They have to like who you are. They have to trust what it is you're selling before they even try it in the first place. They're going to dip their toes into the water just a little bit, and then they're going to buy what you have to offer and repeat and refer. The problem is that a lot of business owners try walking. It's like, walking into a bar, walking up to the first pretty guy or girl you end up seeing, and asking them to buy right away. That's the equivalent of walking into a bar and saying, "Hey, will you marry me?" No, you got to wine and dine your customers. You got to warm them up. You got to build them up through a variety of different mediums and resources. So in this case, you got who and how, ads, referrals, networking, those kinds of things, like your website, blog content, social media, trust, search engine optimization, website, webinars, marketing materials, white papers, try, workshops, evaluations, demo, and it goes on and on and on and on. Now, to prove this to you guys, there are some very famous loss leaders available in the marketplace today. $1 drink days or 99-cent cheeseburgers at McDonald's. We all know and remember what that was. 99-cent cheeseburgers on average, McDonald's was losing about 13 cents for every cheeseburger they sold. But the reason why it was like, would you like fries and a drink with that, is because they would end up selling the fries and a drink for an extra buck, right? And the thing is that the fries and drink would only a cup ended up costing them like 4.5 cents. And then the drink itself ended up costing them less than a penny. The fries, because potatoes are cost effective, it was super cheap, and that became their effective loss leader. Amazon actually does something very similar, and they've done something very similar for a number of years. So for example, I saw a deal where they were selling sound bars for $99 when they were originally $299. The whole purpose of this is because they know that the average cart value is going to grow when you end up going in there. You're not going to Amazon to just buy a $99 sound bar. You're going to end up buying more stuff for your house, and they already know this. The little city that we ended up founding ourselves in Medicine Hat, one of their famous loss leaders is the $5 steak sandwich. They lose money in that steak sandwich all day long, but the thing is that they ended up making money off of the back end of their alcohol, their drinks, everything along those lines. Coming up the loss leaders is going to be super important because it's going to create the try portion of this funnel, right? And that's really where we want to focus. So when we end up looking at it, again, this is a concept of the ClickFunnels company. They ended up actually doing a lot of these drawings here. I just really love them because they simply explain concept marketing processes. Is we got to figure out who our customers are, right? The great trade secret is, and then we got to figure out where they are. Back in the day, it used to be newspaper, print, yellow pages, TV, radio. These days, it's Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and a variety of sources on the internet nowadays. And then we got to figure out the right bait to actually pull them out of that pond so that we can create the result that we want to create within our own business. And what we end up doing is we end up sending them up what we call as a value ladder. So we got to bait our customers out of the pond that they're sitting in. So in this case, it might be Google. Send an advertisement into the Google ad network, the Google pay-per-click network, or do search engine optimization, and offer clients a piece of bait that ultimately ends up sending them up the value ladder so that we can sell them more and more and more stuff. Our job is to talk to you about growing your business that way, right? We want to obviously increase our price as we're going up in value with our products and services, but a lot of business owners even have a hard time finding the opportunity to bait clients into the pool in the first place, and that's really where we want to work with you. Now, coming up with that bait to figure out exactly how we're going to grow your business, that's totally on us when it comes to a call with you guys in regards to consulting with you there. But you guys already probably have the majority of this, right? So a lot of the times people will go in and, you're doing a renovation or a remodeling install, for example. You want to do an island, right? You're going to look around that kitchen. You're going to look around that house and, maybe suggest some things to that business owner after they've called your company up and say, hey, maybe you want to do your countertops as well. I've noticed that your cabinets need resurfacing or refinishing. Maybe you want to do that as well. And then before you know it, you guys know as well as I do, I remember the first renovation I ever did on my house. I changed I cut a hole in a wooden door, in a cat door, and then I was like, well, that looks ugly without trim around, and then I put trim around it, and I couldn't find the original trim that matched the rest of my kitchen. And of course I had to change all of the trim, which means I had to change all of the paint. Because the paint didn't work with the flooring, I changed the flooring. Because the flooring didn't work with the cabinets, I changed the cabinets. I totally went reverse on that. And then I realized, I was like, ah, crap, what have I done? Now I've got to redo my entire kitchen, right? And a lot of the times we see this in full house remodeling or full house renovations, right? Clients will come in, they'll want you to change maybe one thing, do a small bathroom, and then before you know it, you're doing their whole house for them, raising that property value, right? Now, when we end up looking at these things, we want to do what we're called key performance indicators in business, right? Now, it's a very simple mathematical concept. We want to go leads multiplied by conversions equals your customers, multiplied by your average dollar sale, multiplied by the lifetime value of your customer equals your revenue, multiplied by your margin equals your profit. Now, if we end up doing that exact example, for example, we get you guys 10 leads a month, we multiply that by a 30% conversion rate, and we're going low at 30% over the phone. You know, people are calling you 10 times in a given month. You're going to get 3 customers out of that. Out of 3 customers, you're going to get a $750 average dollar sale. You multiply that by 3 times. That's the number of customers who are going to buy off you in their lifetime. Maybe they don't end up buying, you know, that kitchen remodeling package or that basement remodeling package, but they're going to buy something off of you later on down the line. We've come to discover that in the renovation and remodeling industry, that's about 3 times. Of course, kitchen, bathroom, basement, right? Those are the big 3 at the end of the day when it comes to the remodeling industry. But then you end up getting the $6,750 lifetime revenue of your customers inside of your marketing channel. Multiply that by your appropriate profit margins, you're making $4,050 in profit. So the thing is that we've got to figure out a system, a recurring way to generate more and more leads for your business every single month so that you even have the opportunity to convert. Because when it comes to fulfillment and making customers happy, we've found that clients are often really good at this, or business owners are really good at this. This side of things is making their customers happy and bringing them something beautiful. But realistically, it still creates this system where they have to do the marketing, they have to bring in more customers. And we've created a system for exactly that. So your marketing vehicle should be something that you're paying attention to. And the reason why I call it your marketing vehicle is because we want to basically turn your website into a car, right? Your website has to take your customers from point A to point B, with the goal being, you know, they're going down the funnel, or they're becoming a lead, they're filling out a form or request for quote, maybe they're doing email capture, or they're calling your business directly, right? And how we fuel that car is through, you know, Instagram, like social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're doing search engine optimization, getting your website ranked higher inside of Google. We're doing Facebook organic management. We're doing Facebook ads for you, Google pay-per-click ads, you know, Facebook artificial intelligence chatbot. There's LinkedIn organic management. There's really 100 different ways to fuel your website. And then how you maintain that website. Let's say somebody opts in for a free coupon or a free white paper or something that what they want to use later on down the line. What we're going to end up noticing is that through this email setup, these emails, is we can nurture them further and further down and be top of mind when it comes to the customers buying again, right? And it's super important that if we go back here, that we end up doing something that's following up with your customers in regards to email marketing, so that you're top of mind, so that we can keep getting that recurring revenue when they want to buy off of you guys again. So how do we influence digital marketing, right? If we go back to the lead funnel inside of here, that know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer, we end up taking a look at this, right, where somebody is like, know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer. Essentially, we want to look at, okay, well, how do we generate more visitors to your website? We can do that through social media. We can do that through content marketing. We could do that through on-page optimization and ensuring that your website is talking effectively to Google, doing local directories, managing your Google business, my business, getting accurate app listings, and doing pay-per-click advertisement, managing ad copy, bid copy, everything along those lines, so that we can get more visitors to your website and ultimately have your site, through site redesign and landing page development, convert those customers into exactly what we talked about over here, which is a funnel, lead form, email capture. And you have to be very careful and very articulate in how you build that website, because a lot of websites aren't built correctly for conversions. And ultimately, what we end up doing from there is we end up going into email marketing, reputation management, reviews, and social media, right? Because once they've already become your customer, they're already on your social media account, then you can just keep reintegrating them back in your funnel to ultimately buy more off of you, increase that lifetime value, increase the revenue earned, drop your marketing spend when it comes to acquiring new customers, right? Because the best customer database on the planet is the customers that you already have. If you do not have a customer relationship manager, I'm going to encourage you to get one, because seriously, remarketing to your customers is going to be so powerful.